Oh my god, that's so difficult.
Now, you might be wondering how we got here. Well, you see, the other day my friend introduced me to this troll game called Level Devil, which ended up being the most infuriating experience of my life. But it gave me a brilliant idea. What if I made my own troll level, but in Geometry Dash meant to rage bait you with moving spikes, fake orbs, and inverted control? And how would my friends actually react to this level? Well, I wanted to see for myself. So I started up by loading the level editor, where I began by making this triple spike. And you might be wondering how I actually make this a troll. Well, you see, if I place this move trigger and then add this triple spike to a new group, I can then edit this move trigger to make this triple spike move before you even have a chance to realize. And now that I have the first troll done, it's time to make like a ton more. So I immediately started work on the next troll, which was this large structure that punishes you for not jumping, which was made possible by yet again some move triggers. I then decided to come up with an evil idea, where I started by placing this saw that you're actually supposed to jump into. You see, by using some move triggers, I can make these spikes appear in the ground, which forces the player to jump up into the saw. However, using even more move triggers, I can actually swap the saw with the ship portal. Which brings us to our next part, which I have some funny ideas for. I started by making these structures that force the player to go between two paths. I then placed a saw on the top path, which means we surely have to go through the bottom path, right? Wrong. What you're actually supposed to do is go up top, because I made a move trigger that moves the saw down to the bottom path. Wow, so fun. Anyways, I then finished the ship part using the same gimmick 2 more times, where I made sure to switch the correct path for each one. I then finished off the ship part with the straight fly, but I added a little twist. By using some move triggers, I made it so the saw actually jump scares you at the end of the straight fly. And this brings us to our cue part, which starts with the troll transition. However, the troll gameplay would not stop here, as I came up with a mischievous idea. I started by making this triple spike, which I then added a rotate trigger to, which completely fakes out the player. But that's not it, because I also added a move trigger just a couple blocks ahead that moves the triple spike back towards you, where you are then absolutely launched by this pillar. And now it's time for one of my most favorite yet simplest trolls, where I started by placing these orbs before blocking the last orb with this saw. And now the path seems obvious, right? You should just be able to avoid the last orb. Well, not if I have anything to say about it. See, what I did was use a move trigger to replace the middle orb last second. I then barricaded the top 2 orbs with these saws, but I also added a move trigger to the saw on the very last orb, which means the correct path was the least expected one all along. And after this orb part, I actually made some fake pads using the no touch feature. And using the same no touch feature, I was actually able to make fake orbs, because if I put this dash orb on top of this no touch yellow orb and then make the dash orb invisible, we end up getting this trippy effect. I then redid this effect with the red and a blue orb, placed down some fake spikes, and moved on to the next part, which consisted of these deceptive pillars, which I added some move trigger saws and spikes to make this confusing sequence. And now I was feeling like we needed a change of pace, so I made this massive structure, which makes it seem like you need to go on top. However, I made it so there was a secret way that actually lets you go inside the block, where a portal appears out of nowhere and you become a wave. And after providing a convenient escape for the wave, I started building one of the trippiest parts yet. Let me show you what I mean. I started by going back into a cube, where you see the saw that you're actually supposed to jump into, because using some move triggers, we can actually replace the saw with the ball portal, where I then built these platforms, and then use this no touch portal to fake out the player, before building this fake spike platform, this fake saw, and this hidden dash orb combo from before. Now you might be wondering, didn't I say this part was gonna be trippy? Well, yes, and let me show you how. You see, after this dash orb, the gameplay doesn't continue as normal, because what I did instead was add a move trigger that moved this entire chunk of gameplay back towards the player, where I added the saw so you would have to click the yellow orb on your way back. Pretty cool, right? Anyways, I then moved on to the next part, which was a UFO, which I had a really annoying idea for. Basically, I copy and paste these red pads from top to bottom, before copy and pasting the red pads around the entire part as well, where I then use this toggle orb that follows the player, some more red pads, and some clever move triggers to create this effect. Now let me explain what's happening. Basically, every time you click, you can make these pads disappear or appear. And if that wasn't confusing enough, I decided to troll even more, because after building these 2 structures that make you go up, you may also think you have to go up on the 3rd structure. But using a move trigger, I completely redirect the block to troll the player. I am so evil. Now it's time for the next part, which is this robot, where I decide to keep it tame with this totally unsuspecting obstacle, before using these rotate and move triggers to make another obstacle. I then followed this up by going into the spider game, where I did my usual fake block and fake orb gimmick. And now it was time for the final part, which I kept pretty simple, as I ended the level with simply 3 triple spikes. I mean, that's what I would do if I was a loser, because what I actually did was make the first 2 triple spikes move unexpectedly, and make the last triple spike do whatever this is. And with that, I am done the troll level. But I low-key wanted to do one last thing, so I took these scaled up fog blocks and copy and pasted them around, and colored them this super ugly yellow, before making the entire background move against the player, where I added this dragon, scaled it up, and made it a super low opacity block, before copying it throughout the entire background. And now it was time for my final touch, which is this fire block that I made the same color as the fog before scaling it up. I then copy and pasted this fire throughout the entire background, and I was finally done the troll level. Except the worst possible thing happened, because Because when I loaded up Geometry Dash later that night, I found out that the game didn't save my level, which meant I had to recreate the level from scratch. However, after hours, okay, it was technically an hour and a half, of blood, sweat, and tears, I finally finished the entire troll level again, which meant now it was time to see how bad the reactions to this level would be. And the only two rules for this level was that you could only use one practice mode run and you couldn't use show hitboxes.
Oh, get right into it. So I've been given one practice run. Oh wow, yeah, nice.
No. Are we serious? This might be harder than Heliopolis.
Okay, oh yeah, I guess, bro. You obviously don't go in there, I don't know what I was thinking.
Oh my god, do you have to go through the middle or something?
Oh, so I gotta go in the middle, I assume?
Oh, we progress.
Okay.
What? I came back for a second round. How do you even read that? Oh my god, I keep falling for this little tricks after I've learned it. Oh my god!
Dude, this is so confusing. And this is a dash orb, I assume.
I think my mind was playing tricks on me, but was that a dash orb? Dude, I wasn't even paying attention to the background. Are those scaled up flames?
Wait, where am I supposed to go, bro? Am I supposed to go down? Dude, this might actually take me like 2 years, bro. Alright, that's the practice run. Then go here, middle, hit the black orb. Oh my god, I remembered something. 33, bro.
What?
Oh, dude, I forgot about the red orb. Alright, wait. 43? Eh? Dude, I wonder how many attempts this is gonna take.
Where are we supposed to go?
Oh, your wave. Yeah. Dude, oh my god, I clicked too early.
Oh my god.
Oh, right, that's a ball portal. Bro, why is the background, like, actually kind of atmospheric? I feel like you put a surprising amount of effort into this.
What? What are we doing? This might be the hardest memory level in the game. What? What am I supposed to do there?
Oh, right. Okay, I feel like I got this, bro.
Okay, let's just do practice mode. This might be the hardest thing I've ever played. Oh my god, that's so difficult!
Oh my god, we got to the UFO. Let's go. What? Wait, did it just break or something? Wait, what?
No! What I died to, that was straight there.
Bro, the little spike thingy, alright. We got 80%. Okay, we are back already. Bruh, I jumped too high. No!
Oh my god. No! I clicked too low. Oh my god, that was so hard. Or I might just be bad at it.
No, wait, that one. Oh! No, I just actually died just before the last click. Oh my god, bro, why did I feel the need to jump there? Alright, it's fine. I'll beat it this attempt anyways. Okay, never mind. Okay, wait, go. Yes! Let's go, bro. I did it.
Let's go! This is my new hardest!
182 attempts, I guess.
279 attempts, that took so long.
Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe and watch one of these videos up on screen.